Jurassic World Dominion came out today officially, technically yesterday. As we all know, movies actually come out the day before they're publicized. I woke up and I saw just terrible reviews. I think I saw, the first post I saw yesterday was Jurassic World Dominion gets blasted by critics. And, its Rotten Tomatoes score is, its freaking Rotten Tomatoes score is like 40% or whatever. And immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting forever for this movie. And now it's not going to be good when I see it. Like, my experience is ruined. And I immediately stopped myself and I was like, Paragon, what are you doing? What do you mean your experience isn't going to be good? Haven't you been excited for this movie? Wasn't this one of your most anticipated movies of the year? If I remember correctly, this is number 3 for me. This is my 3rd most anticipated project of the year. I love Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite franchises ever. It's so much fun to watch. I don't necessarily think Jurassic Park 2 or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom are that great. I still have fun watching them. It's still a part of me. It's still something that I love to do. Whenever I go to Universal Studios, the second I step into a Jurassic themed area, I'm like kid in a candy store, best day ever. I love those movies and I love that franchise. So why the heck am I sitting here and I'm going, this movie has bad reviews already? I haven't seen it yet, but is this movie going to be bad? Am I going into this movie knowing it's going to be a bad movie? Immediately, and I'm so grateful because sometimes I can't do this. Sometimes I don't get it out of my head. Morbius, I was guilty of this. I really could not get out of my head that this is going to be the worst movie I've ever seen before I even seen the movie. I could not get it out of my head. Jurassic World Dominion, thank God I did. Thank God I just kind of refreshed. I didn't think about it. I didn't really talk about it all day. I just said, you know what? I'm seeing this movie at 7:30. Let's see what happens. I went in. Any expectations went away. I just sat down. And I said, I'm getting a movie with not only the new Jurassic World cast, but the old is coming back. These iconic characters are coming back. I'm about to see Grant on the big screen again with Ellie and Malcolm. That's crazy. But yes, the movie had some flaws. But oh my gosh, did I go in and accomplish exactly what I hoped for. I had fun. I had so much fun watching Jurassic World Dominion. I mean, I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. I thought the action sequences, especially with the Velociraptors, were incredible. I thought it was so cool. It was awesome. It was fun. It was exactly, to me, what makes a Jurassic Park movie exciting. It had that level of terror, but it still had that amazement, that humor aspect too. I felt like the movie was great. Again, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, but it was a fun movie. You cannot take away the fact that Jurassic World Dominion is fun. And I'm so glad I went into that with just no expectations, just reminding myself to just try to enjoy this experience. I'm so glad I did that. Now, okay, we talked about it. We talked about it being fun. There are flaws in the movie. I think there's some aspects that don't work. I think it was a great Jurassic World movie, but it didn't necessarily feel like a story that was wrapping up a trilogy. It just felt like I could get another Jurassic World movie after this, instead of being this epic conclusion of something that's been around for almost 30 years. That part I felt like was a little bit of a miss, especially with Owen and Claire. I felt like there wasn't really any change or improvement with their relationship. At the end of Jurassic World, we saw, they have this thing going, they have this relationship building. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, they weren't together, but now they're back together. Jurassic World Dominion, they're together, but they're not really progressing past this point. Their relationship's not taking another step. They love each other. They've been together for 4 years. It is what it is. They're adoptive parents to the clone, which, by the way, I'm not here to talk about it. I hated that clone storyline in Fallen Kingdom. I really did. I did not like it. It felt more natural in this movie, and it felt like it had more purpose, and it somewhat redeemed it for me, so I do really appreciate that aspect. It's a complete 180 from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, in my opinion. But like I was saying with Owen and Claire, I felt like relationship-wise, they stayed the exact same as the start of the movie, which I think in my brain, as someone who wants to write and does write, I felt like that's not something that should happen. I don't think your character should be in the same place as they were when you started the movie. I feel like they should have progressed in some way. I don't think Owen and Claire did. It was okay, I guess. That aspect's okay. And that's really it. It just didn't feel like a conclusion to the trilogy. That's really my only criticism. The story-wise, it follows Biasen being corrupt and, Biasen doing some sketchy things with locusts, these giant gross bugs and the swarms. And that's really where the story follows. That's the plot point. The dinosaurs are obviously there, and they are there, man. There's a lot of dinosaur sequences. That was something I saw going in before the movie. People were like, if you like dinosaurs, you're not going to like this movie because there's not a lot of them. I completely disagree. The dinosaur action sequences were amazing, and aspects of them being there were good to me. The story wasn't really about the dinosaurs. And so to me, I felt like, in a conclusion to a dinosaur franchise, maybe it should have been more about the dinosaurs themselves. Because in this movie, the dinosaurs purely just exist, and you're going through the story point with the occasional dinosaur appearing. Now, again, I'm not saying there's minimal dinosaurs because there were a lot. There was a lot of sequences with them. It's just not about them, if that makes sense. So that was something that I felt in a conclusion shouldn't have been the case. I felt like if we were getting a fourth movie and that fourth movie was the conclusion, then this story point would work. This story point would have worked for the second movie if the dinosaurs escaped in Jurassic World and went back to the mainland. So that's my thoughts on the conclusion aspect of it. And again, that's really my only criticism. I really enjoyed it. I do need to go back and see it again. I'm excited to. I'm going to go see it again Sunday with my parents. The conclusion aspect I felt wasn't there. But overall, the movie did a great job with... the cinematography in some moments with this film was spectacular. The last 4 shots of the movie, this is a spoiler. It's not like a major spoiler, but it is a spoiler. The last 4 shots of the movie are just these breathtaking shots of animals adapting with the dinosaurs. Like we have horses running with dinosaurs. I can't remember what they're called. There's a giant sea dinosaur. Again, can't remember. I never was good with dinosaur names. I never claimed to be a paleontologist type. So I'm never going to get these names right. It's outside of like T-Rex and Velociraptor. There's this beautiful shot in the ocean of that giant iconic sea dinosaur creature from Jurassic World that is swimming with a whale, a blue whale, or a humpback whale. And it was breathtaking. The last shot of the movie was some more dinosaurs with elephants. And it looked like you pulled the shot from Lion King Circle of Life. It was really cool. It was breathtaking. It was such a stunning image and a stunning way to say basically that the dinosaurs will never be gone. They'll have their safe point, but they're becoming one with nature now. They're not a burden to nature. They're one with nature. And that was just some beautiful last second shots. So I really like that aspect. And again, I thought the movie sequences were fun. It's exciting. It's funny. It's definitely worth your time. If you appreciate Jurassic World, Jurassic Park in any way possible, you will enjoy this movie. That is a fact, in my opinion. That's a fact, in my opinion. That's a funny sentence to say. I think you'll enjoy this movie if you're a fan of Jurassic Park. It's just that simple. I had a great time. I encourage you to go see it in the theater. As always, in the theater, it's always better, especially when experiencing these high-scale movies. So I hope you guys do see it. Let me know if you see it. My Instagram DMs, my Twitter DMs, they're always open. If you see a movie or if you watched a movie, you just want to talk about it, my messages are always open. I will do my best to answer them. I try my best to answer them. Right now, it's a good time because I don't get a lot of them. So most likely, I will answer you. If you comment on TikTok under one of my videos, that's a little bit harder. I may not get to you because I always have TikTok notifications. But Twitter and Instagram are pretty quiet. So if you want to get in contact with me, if you want to talk to me about a movie, follow me at Big Screen Bearcon on Twitter and Instagram. That's the best place to get in contact with me, and I will have that conversation with you. We can talk about it. So please let me know when you see this movie. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I thought it was fun. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.